What's going on, y'all? Welcome. We here. It's Thursday. We are here.
Bam, bam, bam.
But welcome to this TGN exclusive version of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. Hello.
I'm the RJ.
Only known as.
The RJ.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. Holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman,
The gentleman,
the everyday gentleman,
24/7.
but better known as K Diddy.
Take that. All right, y'all. So we are past the All-Star break now. We got like a quarter of the season left. It's getting really real out here. So we decided we were going to take a look at some of our preseason predictions, talk over how some of those things have gone so far, make some new predictions along the way, and then, just chop it up about how the NBA season has been. So let's start here. When you go back to October when we recorded that pregame show, the preview show or whatever, and we were making playoff predictions, when you look at your predictions, which teams have disappointed you the most? And we can actually go through our old predictions ahead of reading them off. So, Tim typing up. Let's see. With the East. Tim had the Bucks, the Nets, the 76ers, the Knicks. Hey, fam, stop typing for a second. The Hawks, the Heat, the Celtics, and the Bulls. Of those 8 teams, Tim, which one has disappointed you the most?
The damn Knicks. Good. Oh, no. You know what? No, not even the Knicks. The Hawks, bro. Like, I thought they would at least carry that momentum that they had from last postseason. It was Eastern Conference run. They were young. They brought back majority of the team. I thought that they was going to at least be able to carry that into the season. McMillan did a great job stepping in. And wait, McMillan's still a coach over there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, he had great chemistry with him last year. Everybody thought they would be just carried into the season. And I don't know what the heck is going on over there, bro. But them Hawks they're the biggest disappointment to me this season. Just from my perspective of them, I'm feeling like that they would have been a real issue for anybody in the East. Mm-hmm. And right now I won't say easy money because Trey's still putting up crazy numbers.
Yeah, Trey's putting up numbers.
But the rest of it is it's like they out of sync, bro. Like they just lost all of that. I'm not understanding. I don't know.
They rested on their laurels.
You think they got big at it? You think that was it?
That seems to be the vibe that came from it.
Yeah, I mean, even Trae Young said earlier, I want the playoffs. I don't want to do the regular season. I want the playoffs. So I think at the beginning of the season, they kind of came out with the wrong energy. Like they were just showing up. They were looking forward ahead. They were looking too far ahead and falling behind in the standings. And then it seemed like they finally clicked. For us to get to where we want to get, we have to play a little bit better so we can actually get a spot in that dance. So I had the Hawks. That's disappointing too.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say, what did Dane say? You can't cheat the grind, and that seems to be what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, and I think the GM said it before. Well, either before or around the time that he traded Cam Reddish, he was like, it was probably a mistake to bring everybody back, meaning that they had so many guys, people were going to be upset because they weren't getting enough playing time. Chemistry would be affected. So he thought he should have moved on from certain people in the offseason instead of bringing it into this year and just hoping talent will win out. Because if you think about it, Hunter was hurt in the playoffs. Reddish barely played. I feel like they had another injury that happened in the playoffs that kind of took away
some of the guys, some of those options.
Right. So nobody could be upset oh man, why coach ain't playing me? I deserve to play because I'm better than that dude. That type of stuff kind of can sink a team. So I also had Atlanta because I had them as a 3 seed, which
I had them as a the 4 seed. So yeah, that wasn't great. Ken had him as the 4 seed too. So we all were high on the Hawks.
Yeah.
Like we all thought it was like real, like they was about to build off something. So that was disappointing. All right. In the West, Tim, I did you first. So since we go on West, we're gonna reverse it here. Ken, in the West.
See what you did there?
Yeah, exactly.
The standings that you had as your playoff predictions were Lakers, Suns, Nuggets, Jazz, Warriors, Clippers, Blazers, Grizzlies. I do want to say, of the 4 of us, you were the highest on the Lakers. Not to say that we were so far off. You had them as a 1 seed. We thought they would all be a 3 seed. So what team has disappointed you the most in the West? Because I think we all have the same answer.
The Lakers, man, like it has been an absolute disappointment. Like Eric, you tried to tell me at the beginning of the season, bro, and I wasn't listening, dog. So I was letting my fandom take over, and like, no, my Lakers go do it, and yada yada. Oh, I'm a listen next time because I clearly didn't know what the hell I was thinking or what the hell I was talking about because this team is trash, bro. Like we are trash, and it just don't work. I mean, it took me a minute to get to this point to be able to be like, all right, like we trash. Like it is what it is. Like it's not working. Again, like I tried to force myself to appreciate Westbrook or like Westbrook. And as soon as I was able to watch him on a daily basis, I started hating him even more. And I was like, okay. Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, this is what everyone's talking about. I was like, oh, Westbrook can't be that bad. He's putting up triple doubles. Then watching him in the game, you're like, yo, what is he doing, bro? Yeah, man. Westbrook only has. Yeah, man. He only has 1 gear, bro. And when he miss. Like he don't just be like this man be hitting like backboard on all his shots. Like when he's cold, he's cold. So yeah, for me again, like I think collectively everyone would say the Lakers are the biggest disappointment in the West, for sure. But as a Laker fan, it hurts. I ain't even gonna lie. Like yeah, I'm in my chest. It sucks. Cause man, I don't know, man. As like how Laker Nation is. How Laker fans are, man. We just try to. Yeah, see, I'm better than most Laker fans though. Like some Laker fans just jump out the window with all their stuff. Like I'm more logical than most Laker fans. I jump out the window too, but not as much.
You'll jump out the window with optimism.
Yeah.
You'll jump out the window with like defiance. Like
exactly.
Most Laker fans wouldn't be able to bring themselves to this point where it's like looking at it soberly, like, you know what, it is what it is. Like they still be like, no, man, AD gonna come back and Russ gonna figure it out.
Yes, he is.
Frank Vogel gonna get fired, and then Fizdale gonna take him to the promised land. Like,
no, bro.
The Lakers have the 3rd strongest remaining strength of schedule left in the league. So not only has it been rough sledding, but you're finishing your season going against some powerhouses. Like you see the Suns twice, you see the Warriors twice, you see the Jazz, the 76ers, the Mavericks twice, and you see the Cavaliers.
And then our king has checked out on us already before the fucking season is even over. So
hey, it's not the first time. You've been here before.
Sadly, yes, that's true. Sadly, it's true. Sadly, it's my fault. So I should have expected it to happen. So it's my fault to think that he would actually change, but it is what it is. I digress.
We talked about it on last week, like the episode of TECK Foul last week, but like LeBron said he's going to finish his career there. I think today he came out and was like, no, I never said I was leaving. Like, LA, what's up?
Back now.
Hey, man. He close to being on the fuck 'em list. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So he ain't going nowhere.
Hey, bro.
You sound like me talking about Aaron Rodgers right now.
Right.
Fuck him, get him out of here.
Yeah, I agree, man. I had the Lakers too. I don't have too much more to add. It's been disappointing. Eric said something that was key about the Lakers' chances of being a championship team, and he said if AD comes out looking like defensive player of the year, AD, engaged AD, like that's a championship team.
That is
AD's been a big disappointment. Yeah, a big disappointment.
He can't stay on the floor, and when he is on the floor, he isn't producing. Again, when he came back from this
most recent,
he's been injured. Most recent injury, he looked good. So, and that's what's frustrating too. Is that like, man, like we was finally seeing the flashes. Like, okay, AD, he gonna finish the season strong, and then just a freak injury again, like that. Like that's horrible. Like I feel bad for him. Like not even just being a Laker fan, but like just for him. Like his mental has to be like shot at this point because he can't stay on the floor, and it's not like his fault. Like this man just keeps getting injured.
What happens?
Yeah.
So I know obviously we're talking about this season, but like looking forward, like long lens view for the Lakers, is AD like the next, like is he the guy that you build around like once LeBron rides off into the sunset? Like, do you still feel like, he's still the next guy, or do you feel like it's time to kind of be on the lookout for, like, the Lakers always have a guy. So like, I'm going to assume like there's something coming, like I think after next season. So the 2022-2023 season, only AD is on the books after that.
Yeah.
Currently. Like obviously that can change between now and then. So like, is he still the one that you want to kind of hitch your wagons to, or is it kind of like maybe if LeBron doesn't think this is working out, move on this summer, move on from AD, kind of try to reload for that post LeBron era?
Yeah, for the first time I'm at the point that AD's not it. I don't feel like for us, like for the long term, for us to be able to build a team around him, just because of inconsistency in his play, and then him also being on the floor. He hasn't proved that he like is that guy that you can actually build a franchise around. So like right now, I'm definitely open to whatever we can do now. Like we need to go ahead and make a move. Like so, definitely AD is definitely on the table. But then it's at this point, what can we possibly get for AD? What's out there? Then it's that, and then it's again like going through a whole rebuild again. It was like the reason why LeBron came to LA, so we wouldn't have to do a complete rebuild, ideally, but we are where we are right now.
And
it's his fault. It's his fault. Like he built this fucking team, bro. Like that's what pisses me off at this point. It's just like if we would have just did our job, and then you try to blame my nigga Rob when he was doing the shit that you wanted him to do. Now you got to blame him. Oh, it ain't my fault. Like, come on, bro.
Well, so after all of that, though, my question is: do you feel like y'all still gonna make the playoffs? Though, like at this rate, y'all still in there. Y'all still can make the playoffs. Like, but do you feel like y'all gonna finish the season to make the playoffs?
I feel like we can get to a play. We can get to the play-in. It just depends on what LeBron, like if he go check out, if he go hard and be like, okay, like I'm not gonna allow my team to, not make the playoffs. Everything literally rides on him, and it depends on what he want to do. If he go put the team on his back, or if he just go check out.
Yeah.
But I'm confident. I am optimistic.
You had to laugh.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, the chuckle first. I know it's gonna sound funny, but
exactly. But I'm optimistic that we can definitely make the play-in.
Okay.
Win. I ain't gonna say win, but we can make the play-in.
Doubling back to your point about like LeBron made all these moves, like he really did come through, spent up like all the assets that y'all had, and now he's mad that you can't make any more moves. It's like,
exactly. Like that makes no sense, bro. Like
you trade, like they actually did accumulate a pretty nice little treasure chest of like young prospects. Like when he got to the team, they had Lonzo, they had BI, they had Kuzma, Hart, Caruso.
Yep.
Was Randall still there?
And they had all. I think they got rid of Randall when they brought in LeBron. So like, I think they could have brought him back, or maybe they couldn't have. I don't know.
Yeah, but Randall wasn't a piece of it.
And honestly, like he was taking assets before he even got there because he made the cash trade for Nance and Clarkson. So like he really did spin up like everything that they had.
Yeah. And then you got the nerve to be mad. Like, come on, bro. Like, I will respect him more. Not saying that I don't respect LeBron, it's LeBron, but like I would appreciate him more as being like the star of our team. If you be like, you know what, like I take responsibility for us being in the situation that we are right now, and then I'm gonna do what I can do, whatever is in my power to make the situation better. I'm going to do, and I'll be cool. I'm like, I bet, like he took the blame.
I just make the best of the situation.
Yeah, I can accept that if he does that, but no, he wants to point fingers.
He won't. Yeah,
I know he won't.
Big
yeah,
point
I
fingers.
definitely know he won't.
I don't see how this Lakers tenure ends well if this is the rate that it's going at. Like if they continue this, like LeBron was walking some stuff back today, which would make you think like, you know, he's not trying to get into a war with the Lakers or anything like that. But he said a lot of stuff at All-Star break and he knew what he was saying. Yeah. Like you can walk that back now, but we heard what you said. We know how you really feel about things right now. So didn't expect that. Didn't expect that. All right, let's look at some positive things here. Again, you look at your preseason predictions or whatever. Which teams have surprised you the most?
Okay.
We start in the East. What are some surprising teams in the East?
Chicago. I didn't realize that they was going to be as good as they are because them cats is hooping.
I seen it.
You did.
Honestly, like I'm honestly not that surprised with Chicago. Like I thought this was about like what they would do. Like what I think is surprising is that like the East is so jumbled. Like I thought that there would be like tiers. So I thought like Milwaukee and Brooklyn would just like take off. And then like Atlanta, Philly, Chicago, Boston, Miami, like they will all be like in the mix, like around basically where they are now. It's just I think that I thought the top of the East would be.
Did he freeze?
Yeah, I think he froze up.
I did.
Yeah.
He froze up.
Okay. I was saying like I'm not surprised that Chicago as a team is doing so well. I am surprised that DeRozan specifically is doing what he's doing.
Man, I did not expect DeRozan to be putting up numbers and looking like one of the greatest one-on-one ISO basketball players of all time. Like this man is out here really hooping, even without Lonzo, without Caruso, which is their point of attack defense, which something I did not see at the beginning of the season. I did not think that your backcourt could really be your rim protection, but again, they do a good job. I mean, it's not all the way, but like those two out there help cover up a lot of weaknesses that the Bulls have because they're just strong defenders. They don't let people get in, behind them too often. They keep everything in front, which is really helpful. Huh?
I said, imagine that, LeBron.
Oh. Yeah, he did have both of them. So,
well, got rid of.
But yeah, like it's been crazy to see that.
His 35 game streak,
35 points per game.
Yeah. He cooking. And it'd be mid-range. He don't even hit that many threes. It'd be all middies, bro.
18 and 21. What kind of stats? 52, 45, 38 on a game winner. Like, damn.
My biggest surprise is Cleveland.
Yeah,
that's who I had too.
I can get him too. Yeah, for sure. Actually,
definitely was not expecting.
They'll probably hop over Chicago. I give you Cleveland.
Listen, I did not expect for that weird Mobley, Markkanen, Allen jumbo lineup to work. I didn't expect Kevin Love to be cold off the bench. I didn't expect Rubio to be a good point guard up until when he got hurt. And I didn't expect him to keep being good when he got hurt. And I didn't expect Garland to be an all-star. Would have never foreseen they would have two all-stars. Like that's been a big surprise. Cleveland.
Yeah, they've been hooping.
They're a fun team to watch. Definitely a fun team to watch.
But biggest thing about it is like it makes it work because Mobley is mobile and he can shoot. Like, he can
He's smart too,
and he can play damn good on defense. Like Mobley is a monster for sure. Like that was they got a nice piece over there, and then Jared Allen just gelling. He like, hey, I can tell him, hey, I ain't got to do that shooting. He's gonna let me just play do the dirty work. I grab these boards, block these shots. check out the fro.
Check out the fro.
He kind of doing like a Tim Duncan-esque though, like not necessarily as far as his demeanor and the way he kind of
Tim
like,
Duncan
does
fits
things.
too though.
Hey, on what though? He do.
Can I just, like everybody like caping for him on Twitter? It's like people get roasted for their clothes. Like it happens. Like nobody's saying he's a bad person because he can't dress. Like it don't matter. Like you gonna get jokes, man. Like right. Like you ain't like I see people jump out. So what if he doesn't have on like Gucci and Fendi and blah blah blah? It's like okay, he's still gonna get roasted for a Walmart fit. Like
for his Walmart fit.
He don't care, so why should you? Like
he don't, and he knows he don't give a crap. Like that's the whole point of it. But say like me.
Hey, he doing his thing though.
I've always been a fan of Jared Allen. Like I'm glad he's doing really good now. He's got his first All-Star bid this year and stuff like that. Like it's one of those. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm proud of you, dog. I don't know you, but I'm proud of you, dog.
Okay. Surprises. How about we go to the West? Who surprised you in the West?
I would assume that we all have the same one, but maybe not. Memphis.
Yeah, I had Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis.
Them boys over there.
Again, expected them to be decent.
Exactly. Yeah, not like
4-5 seed ish. You know.
I mean, I was more like 6-7 range.
Yeah, I don't think I was too.
I had him at 8.
I had him that high. Yeah. Okay.
I had him at 8. Eric, you had the 9. Grizzlies. Yeah. So.
What did I have him at?
I think we all had him late. Yeah, you had him at 8 too.
Damn.
So didn't see this coming. Didn't see
been on a major run. Like I think since probably Thanksgiving-ish, like they've lost like 8 games. And it's the end of February.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember they went on like a 10-game winning streak without Ja. So it's not just like Ja's getting off. Like obviously a large part of it is Ja, but like that's an entire team thing. And I feel like Dylan Brooks has been in and out of the lineup, so you can't even just be like, oh, they've been healthy. Like, no, it's just they're a good team that's really deep with very young players that are all pretty much getting off.
Yeah,
and it's a beautiful thing. Was Ja all right? Did they have news come out about Ja?
He had came back into the game after he hurt his hip. So hopefully he stayed good.
Had them come out today saying that he had just precautionary, but he was straight. Okay, well, good.
It's crazy because like coming into the year, like obviously they had gotten rid of like Valanciunas and Grayson Allen. Both of them are having like career years, and it still like was addition by subtraction. And like not even saying like they were bad, it's just like it opened up opportunities for different players. Like Steven Adams is a better fit for what they're trying to do in the front court. Like they don't need necessarily front court scoring next to Jaren Jackson. Like they just need somebody to do the dirty work, set screens, offensive rebound, protect the rim, which is perfect for him. And then
Adams don't like mind passing.
No. And setting screens. Like he again, like it's all dirty work stuff. And then like getting rid of Grayson Allen, like opened it up for Desmond Bane, who was just
I
like
Desmond Bane. I like Desmond.
You got like a grit to his game. I like it.
No, don't like it. LeBron James.
No. they got it like they are one of those like you don't really want to see them kind of teams right now. Like they athletic, they go try to run you off the court. And then their defense is just they hounding you like from sun up to sundown, bro. Like it's somebody on your ass, bro. Like you gotta, it's and they have a lot of length on that team too. So like Jaren Jackson Jr. is 6'11", bro, and he's playing the 4. It's like they got some big dudes, and everybody is athletic as crap. So it's really hard to kind of either outrunning cats because they're young enough so they got the stamina, so they're running around. They'll chase Curry around all damn game. They got it. They got guys that can come off the bench and still kind of give you a little bit of issue too. So it's like they got that to give you an issue more so defensively, and they got like a running gun style. Like I like they're fun. They're real fun. Like I like that type of. I like these Grizzlies. I like them.
You know what they remind me of, and like you two will get, like you two, Camille and Tim will get what I'm saying, but like maybe the wider audience won't. But they remind me of the Jason Kidd Bucks if they had Budenholzer as a coach.
Mm.
It's like the young, athletic, long
Richard
team.
Bamute and Cats.
No,
Bob Mute went on them teams, was he?
like the early like Giannis's emerging team. So like when they had Jabari, when they had Middleton, Giannis, Bledsoe, Tony Snell, John Henson.
That last year with Henson,
all those types of dudes.
That last year with Henson, with if instead of Kidd was Budenholzer, they probably would have been a real issue.
That's what I'm saying. So like they have better, like I always know I rag on Jason Kidd, but I'm saying like because Taylor Jenkins is a Mike Budenholzer disciple, so like he kind of brought in principles from Bud's system, applied it to this team that again kind of reminds, like obviously like John and Giannis are completely different players, but like the makeup of the team is like use your athleticism, run, play hard, be long, disruptive.
When we was drafting everybody that was 6'10" and up.
With the long,
that's all he could talk about. The team could cover the entire court with their length, like their wingspan is ridiculous. Like, but yeah, that's those teams. Yeah. I understand.
I do have one more team that's been surprising me, and it's not because of their standing, because they're not too far off where I predicted them, but they're playing basketball differently than I thought they would, and that's the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know how Jason Kidd has done it, but they are playing defense.
Well, I mean,
let me go back on brand for a second. Their defense was great his first year in Milwaukee too, and we saw how that ended. So
yeah, I know, but I didn't expect it. I still didn't expect it.
Yeah, might be fool's gold. That's all I'm saying.
Fool's gold.
It could be, but I just like how they've been playing basketball. It's just really that simple. I didn't expect them to have that good of defense.
And Luka is enjoying his Porzingis list existence. So
man, I only got to pass. I ain't gotta feed you. Oh, you finna hoop now.
Like, I'm out of here.
You probably told all that, like we finna hoop now. I ain't gotta feed. Okay, yeah, we good. But did you see Giannis' interaction with Jason Kidd and Luka?
Yeah, when he's calling him soft.
Yeah, coach, coach. If it was me, if I was late, because Luka was late. If I was late, coach, she's like, they said you soft. If it was me, he's like, hey, don't be telling everybody. Hell, no, if it was me, I'd have been running. Hey, don't be saying that in front of all these people. Like, no.
You know it's true, coach. You know it's true.
But
that's actually a great segue, Tim, because we spent some time already talking about the Lakers, given the fact that we all saw them as most disappointing team. So Ken got a chance to kind of give you a look in on how the Lakers have been looking to him in his opinion. So the question I have here is, as a Bucks fan here, I didn't want to look like that. As a Bucks fan, how are you feeling about the team?
I go first.
Go ahead, sir.
You look like you thinking. I'm in a better place now. Like there was a period of time, probably about a month ago, where it was frustrating watching them because like I won't necessarily say they were going through the motions, but you can tell like this wasn't like them even trying to operate at peak, efficiency. And it's just like, okay, if y'all not putting forth the effort, like why am I watching this? So I took a break for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Didn't watch a game, kind of checked in occasionally, like if I saw on Twitter, like, oh, they're playing well tonight. Not 100% like on board with how their trade deadline turned out. Like, I think it's fine. It doesn't make me more optimistic than I was before the trade deadline. But I do think that there is obviously like another year for them to hit, and I think that they understand that, and that this is the period of time where like Giannis, after they lost to Philly, he's like, all right, everybody take a break, but come back locked in. And I think that the optimism that he's leading the bus is like, okay, if he's going balls to the wall, then the rest of them obviously won't have an excuse not to. So I'm optimistic going down the stretch. I think that actually having the toughest schedule remaining is going to be helpful for them because they clearly got up for the bigger games and kind of let their foot off the gas for the ones where they thought they could just show up and win. So I think having that much competition between now and the playoffs is going to help them, and I think that they're ready to go on a run.
It's a good point. Tim, how you feeling about them boys in green and cream?
So I've enjoyed. That's funny. That's a funny. Anyway, I've enjoyed the addition, but I didn't necessarily have a period of time where I was like, they go be out of. They're looking kind of rough. It was more so I've always felt like we've had injuries throughout the entire year, and we've really been trying to just figure out and plug and play when we had to, pretty much the whole year. So there's never a point to where I'm like, okay, I'm not going to use it as a complete crutch, but we still have to figure out things while we're still gelling with different cats. Like we still bringing up the G Leaguers, we still bringing up like 2-way contract players, 10-day contract players, flipping big men, 10 days here, 10 days there. Like throughout the season, we've been trying to find a Brook replacement or something to help Giannis, to alleviate Giannis. So I've always looked at it as, all right, we just, until Brook is back or whatever they're trying to do, they're trying to just Band-Aid our big man situation. We know if we have a competent big man, which shown with the 10-day contract with Boogie, the 10-day contract with Monroe, like when we've had a competent big man, we good. And I think they figured that out as well. So it's like, okay, we're just trying to bide our time until we can get Brook back. And so in some of those losses, they kind of, any given night, anybody get their shit off, bro. It feel like one of us four, if they sub this in, it'd be a career night. Because like it's just any random player on any given night, career night, don't matter who it is. Like it's funny, it's hilarious. But I feel like that's a proponent of, okay, we're having players who are typically not our starters in our starting lineup, typically not in these spots, in these defensive positions, in these spots throughout the year. So there's going to be players who find the sweet spot and light our ass up, which they've tended to do. But when we finally get those guys acclimated, we'll have the rest of the season, these tough-ass games, where Giannis is, like y'all said, go be on their ass about, hey, we need to go ahead and make sure that we put our foot on the pedal every single game from here on out. Because, y'all won't think y'all can flip a switch in the playoffs, but it's different. He understands that now. It's a completely different monster, and he's ready to gear up for it. I feel like he's ready for it. He's just got to get everybody else there with him. So I've maintained my faith with the team throughout. I ain't forget Bud this year. Like I ain't know that. Like it just we figuring it out. He figured it out before. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt this year that you'll figure it out again. And that's what you're using the regular season again for. It's just not as obvious as last year, if that makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense to me. For me, like Eric said, they've been frustrating to watch at times because they're not playing. Like we've seen what they look like when they're playing their best basketball, and they were not doing that. Like you can tell, like there's another gear here y'all haven't hit it yet, and it's frustrating to watch them when they're not performing at that level. I'm in a weird twisted way. I'm glad that people now understand how important Brook Lopez is to this team. Now I hate that it had to take him being this hurt, playing one game this entire season. But we need Brook. Brook is a very big part of what we do. And Giannis is amazing. We know he's a generational talent. He's one of the greatest basketball players to ever pick up a basketball. And Brook Lopez makes his job easier. And that's what you want. You want to make the job easier for your star players. So I saw Brook was back at practice. They said, it's a slow ramp up, but it's good to see him at least on the court again. I'm not honestly that optimistic based on what Bud was saying that he's close to coming back yet. If he can get back within 5 games, like the last 5 of the season or something like that, I think that's a win. I don't know if he'll play the rest of this season. It's good to see him, practice on his way, but if he can get in before the last 5 games of the season, I'll consider that a win when it comes to Brook Lopez. We got Serge Ibaka. Don't know how that's going to turn out. Early returns have been mixed. So we'll see how that goes. But the strength of the team when you get to the playoffs, Giannis, Drew, Chris. If Drew can go into the playoffs as the offensive juggernaut that we've seen at times throughout this season, when he's in a good rhythm, I feel really good about the Bucks' chances this postseason, because last year our defense really carried us through. We were trash offensively a lot of nights and needed like just big games from somebody to help pull us out. But if we can get equal pulling from those three, from Chris, from Drew, from Giannis, especially Drew, I feel good about their chances. They get Brooke back. I feel really, really good about their chances. And it's like I said on the show, like the East is stacked. It's a lot of good teams in the East. This is not LeBron James's East, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Giannis Antetokounmpo East. And in this East, everyone is legit. Dang near. Like it's a different East.
But I still like us healthy, they still don't stack up. Like I'm confident enough to feel that in like this squad, like with our full squad, like hell, with just Brooke back, I still feel like we got it. Like
Tim, I feel like you was on your game, man, because you are segueing beautifully from topic to topic, because your confidence is super interesting to me. Because my question for you is, like, as a Bucks fan, which teams in the East actually scare you the most? Like, if we're matched up with this team, it gives you some type of pause. You can answer, like, what's a bad matchup that you think the Bucks can have? Not even just in the first round, just period. Like, who don't the Bucks want to see? Especially as somebody who's unbiased towards the team.
I'll kick things off. Before I do, I just want to circle back, like, to your point about like appreciating Brooke Lopez. I'm just remembering at last year's trade deadline, like, people were like, "Oh, you move off Brooke. Like, we got Mama D Kite." Like,
They were saying that. They were saying that.
They were.
Who did?
I mean, Miami is always a tough matchup. Like, they play Giannis really tough. That's a team that hasn't had continuity this year, and they're still at the top of the East as well. So I wasn't down on Miami because I always thought that they were going to be a tough playoff matchup. I just didn't know how much depth they were going to have throughout the regular season, and I thought that would cost them wins. But they've been getting contributions from Gabe Vincent and Max Strus and Omer.
Max Strus is a legend.
You know, like, they have depth now. Because the thing is, like, I thought that they were going to be banged up because they have so many old guys. But
no, here comes Caleb Martin. Here comes Caleb Martin.
Yeah. They got an eye for some talent, dog.
Talent, and they invest in player development,
and they have a great coach. Like, there are people who are like, how did he make the NBA top 7 or 15 coaches of all time? And I'm like, dude, have y'all seen the teams that he's had? Like, I know y'all know he coached the Heatles, but like, look at some of the rosters he had outside of that team, and look what he's done with those rosters. Like,
he's going with those teams, bro. Like,
you gotta put some respect on that man name.
Been an issue. Like, I don't even think they've been like the 8th seed, really. Like, they've always really been an issue.
Like, honestly, I'll take out Pop. Like, I'll put him up against any active coach, and I'll probably take Spo. Like, that's how highly I regard him as a coach.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree with you about Miami. You don't want to see KD. I mean, you don't want to see KD, because KD is, you know, what he can do. Like the Nets, but the Nets don't scare me. Like, I think it'll just be a good matchup.
I don't want to see Toronto.
That's a team I think has upset potential.
And I hate to say it because of our prior history with them, but they just seem to be that they're that team, that gnat that just every time you see them, it's always gonna be an issue.
I'm not worried that they'll upset the Bucks, but I am like, that's gonna be a hard, like, it's just gonna be a frustrating ass series to watch. Like, it's kind of like Miami last year, where I didn't think that they would win, but I thought it would just be a hard matchup to get through. Like, it's just going to take a lot out of you to get over it. And then, like, so I still don't know what to make of Philly.
I got to see the Philly game.
That's why I was like.
And then I can't really, like, because you can't make heads or tails of the Nets yet until you see how they run with Ben and them. and then you can't make heads or tails of the Sixers until you see because of course when they played the Bucks, Embiid go get his feed, like he go get the ball. But now you got a black hole coming through. No, he's not a black hole because he passes. Harden does get the ball out. He'll facilitate if he needs to, but you have another guy that has to get his looks.
So what I guess okay. So with Brooklyn, I think it'll take them. First of all, KD isn't back yet. Don't know when he'll be back. Like I thought that he would have been ready to go second half of the season, but I haven't heard anything about Saturday yet, and he obviously didn't play on Wednesday. Don't know when we'll see Ben Simmons. It seems like New York is kind of changing their rules eventually about the vaccine mandate. So maybe we'll get what it sounded like. Maybe we'll get Kyrie back full time sometime soon. Maybe we won't. Joe Harris is still, his health is up in the air. So I'm still where I was at the trade deadline, which was this may be like building a juggernaut for next season as opposed to this year. Like honestly, I can see anything from them losing in the play-in to winning a title this year.
Yeah, that
like neither would surprise me because there are so many variables. With Philly, it's kind of it's kind of like how I felt about the Lakers coming into this season, where it's like they can either be really great or this could just not work at all. Like there really isn't like an in between. Like it isn't just like they'll be, they won't be like the Embiid Simmons version of Philly where it's just like they gave it a good fight and they just didn't have it. Like either it's going to work and it's going to work like game busters, or it's not going to work and it's going to implode completely. I just don't know how those two personalities, those two games are going to mesh.
How many nights of sleep do you think Doc has lost trying to figure this out?
Like Doc just be like, go play.
One thing I will say about the 76ers though, and I didn't think about this until I heard just some other podcasts and responses, people thinking this through, and even Doc himself said it, like he's going to stagger often. So he said he was looking to have I know it was Tobias, Harden, and Embiid for sure. I think the other one was Maxey. He's two of them on the court at all times, so that there is always offense on the court. And I said, sheesh. That's solid. Like that's really, really solid.
I mean, if the two are Maxey and Harris, like they decent, but they don't scare me.
Okay, yeah, if you got them two, I'm assuming they would keep one of the big ones with one of the background singers, but like
you'll always have some starting firepower in at all times.
Because I thought more so about them being on the court together a lot. Because I mean, in the playoffs, like the stagger thing sounds good, but you want your best guys playing 40 minutes a night. So how much staggering can you really do at that point? So like in the regular season, yeah, that looks good. But I'm curious to see whatever they do, if that translates into the playoffs. Because like I said, you can't really stagger like that. So if they don't have any chemistry, it's going to be a problem.
Especially because like historically, Embiid runs out of gas. Like we can just say it. Like he runs out of gas in the fourth. Like if you remember last year during the Atlanta series, like I think that like a lot was made of Ben Simmons not scoring any points in the fourth. Maybe for the entire series. Like I know it was like at least like the first 4 or 5 games. But the problem was that Embiid would then like run out of gas from carrying the team for the first 3 quarters. That then the whole team would just collapse in the fourth. For all of James Harden's greatness, like coming up clutch in the playoffs has not been
his thing.
Ministry.
I was gonna say that too.
Throughout his career. So coming down the stretch, like if it is a tight game, where you going?
To him or Tobias to save you?
Man, don't say it.
I mean, I need a bell sound effect or something.
That's why they kept Maxey. They there to take that shot.
Maybe it is Maxey, but if that's the case.
All right. Well, the East will be interesting. Also want to just shout out the Celtics. They've been coming along strong here to end out the season. And I'm glad because I had them as a playoff team and they was embarrassing me for a little bit. So I had them 6. They're 6 right now. So way to pick it back up because for a while there it was real touch and go. I'm gonna ask you this. and it might not even be necessarily for this season because you kind of feel that the Lakers aren't going anywhere, but that same question for you, like which teams in the West scare you the most? Like, because for a while there, you thought in particular, like the West was about to be y'all. Like it was about to be everybody coming through LA. It is what it is. Yeah. But now, who's scary?
The Warriors. Like when they're all locked in. Like I was just watching them play against it was Portland though, but still, like everybody was locked in. Like everybody hitting threes. Like Curry is just cooking. Like when they're all locked in, and then especially when they get Draymond back too, like I feel like the Warriors definitely is that squad, and then also the Suns. I'm not sure on the timetable with Chris Paul or anything like that, but able to get Chris Paul back in the playoffs or anything like that. Anytime he's on the court, that's always scary.
I think best case scenario, he's back for round 1 of the playoffs.
Round 1, okay.
I don't think we see him again this regular season.
Yeah, Booker out here getting his 12 assists on, man. Like he out here learning from the master.
Booker go cook. He always go get his regardless.
Well, I mean,
I was thinking about this earlier. Like I feel like the Suns have like a
bless you.
Bless you. The Suns have like a perfectly constructed starting five, like prototypes basically at every position, like prototypical point guard and Chris Paul. You have your scorer in Devin Booker. You have your 3-and-D wing and 3-and-D plus wing in Bridges. Like you can do a little bit more than just shoot threes and D up. You got like you do everything 3-and-D 4 in Crowder, who's gonna knock down shots. He can get hot at any moment. And then you got your rim running big that swats shots and again does a little bit more on top of like what you want, like your you know, Tyson Chandler, DeAndre Jordan type center to do. So like that's just a machine that they built that just hums. And like they still got Cam Johnson off the bench. They just brought back, well, I ain't gonna mention who they just brought back because that's a question for later. They're just deep, like they're good, like they're a juggernaut. And like to me, like that would scare the bejesus out of me if I was in the West.
Bejeebus.
I mean, we already talked about how good Memphis is. So we don't need to rehash it, but that's another team in the West that's just and they're young. So theoretically, this should be the beginning of something special.
Steph and them is still over there.
That was what he said.
The first one he said.
Yeah, no. I know, but the gravity of some things kind of hit a little bit later. I was just like, damn. At the end of the day, like they may it's still Steph in there.
And like, I'm not saying this is a shot, but just to kind of bring it back to that conversation, like they aren't on the Lakers level of like disappointing team, but like Utah, I had much higher expectations for them this season, and it seems like Gobert and Mitchell are back to hating each other, and
this partnership ain't gonna last too much longer.
It's just not good in Utah. Like their offense is still, I think they have the best offensive rating, but like they're very exploitable. And I said coming into the season, like I saw like Bucks year 2 under Bud potential for them, where it's just like they've really mastered like what they are, like they know what to do to win games in the regular season, and once we get to the playoffs, we'll see. But like they're not even there yet. You know what I mean? Like they're not even. I don't know. Like I'm just surprised, I guess, like at how bad their regular season is going, because like teams have figured them out even to the point where like they can't even win in the regular season now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so you guys, me and Eric planned a little something for y'all.
Good Lord, here you go.
God damn.
Here they go.
It's time for Who He Play For with your host, the Eric J, and your contestants. First up, we have K
From
Diddy.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey.
And then we also have Mr. Tim Kins 3.
Yeah.
Tomato.
All right. So just as a reminder, if you didn't watch our season preview show, this is who we play for, similar to the TNT game. Actually, it's just a ripoff of it. But I'll give Tim and Ken alternating players. All they gotta do is name the team that he plays for. If the person that's asked the question gets it wrong, the other person has the chance to steal. So if I ask you a question, like, hey, what team does Giannis play for? Tim,
keep your hands in the screen, nigga.
What? Tim, if you say the Washington Wizards,
the Bucks.
Can I give the example?
All right.
If you say the Washington Wizards, you don't. Well, sorry, you say the Milwaukee Bucks, you get 2 points. You say the Washington Wizards, you get no points, and then Ken has a chance to steal for 1 point.
Okay, for sure.
Simple enough.
Indeed.
Right, so everybody on these lists. What?
Can't keep moving his hands, bro. I don't trust him because as soon as you say a player, he move his hands, bro.
My hands right here, B.
I don't even have the
They keep his hands where my eyes can see. Straight book.
Anyway, so everybody on this list is either somebody that was moved at the trade deadline or in the buyout market, or they were on the list that I gave you at the beginning of the season.
Okay.
Shit.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Ladies first.
Ain't that a bitch? Okay.
All right. Tim, who does Larry Nance Jr. play for? Keep the store, right?
Yep.
That is incorrect.
Oh, shit.
Ken, who does Larry Nance Jr. play for?
Larry Nance. The Pacers?
That is incorrect. Camille, you know?
The Jazz, or not the Jazz, I'm sorry, the Pelicans, ain't it?
That is correct.
Oh, okay. I'll be
tomato.
Exactly.
Ken,
yes.
Who does Eric Bledsoe play for?
Washington?
That is incorrect. Timothy, for 1 point. Who does Eric Bledsoe play for?
Portland.
That is correct. 1 point.
Damn it, I knew that too.
All right, Tim, question number 2. Who does Tori Craig play for?
Dang, I just seen his name when he got traded again. I was like, damn, he's on the move again. Washington.
That is incorrect. Cam, for 1 point. Who does Tori Craig play for?
Sacramento.
That is incorrect. Camille, do you know that one?
Ain't it Phoenix again?
It is. In
fact, damn it. I said that. I was like, oh, they got his ass back. He on them. You know what? You're right. Dang it. Keep your hands.
Tim's still up 1-0.
Kendrick, for 2 points. Who does Mo Wagner play for?
Damn.
Ooh, that's easy.
That is? I know he's not on. The Cavs?
That is incorrect. Tim, for 1 point, you can steal. Who does Mo Wagner play for?
The Magic.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay. No, I thought that was 2 points. Oh, okay.
No, this nigga's trying to cheat.
Now
Timothy,
you have
I'm just trying to win. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
For 2 points, who does Ish Smith play for?
I said, well, he's still in the league, bro. I remember, though. I think it's not Washington no more. It's I'm gonna go with the Pelicans.
That is incorrect. Ken, for 1 point, who does Ish Smith play for?
He play for.
I'm gonna be right back, y'all. Y'all keep playing though.
The Spurs.
That is incorrect. Camille, you still here?
No, she gone.
No, she sure though.
Tim, you should have went with your gut. He did, in fact, get traded back to the Washington.
Oh,
I went. Okay,
that's fair.
All right. Where we at? 2 done. All right, so
El Champion.
do we want to do one last bonus point for 3?
For sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Who he coached for?
Oh shit! Here you go. Who coach for? Okay. Who coaching?
First one to get it gets 3 points.
All right, let's go.
Mark Daigneault.
Who?
He is in fact a head coach in the NBA.
Mark Daigneault. Mark Daigneault. It got to be a team that I don't watch like that.
The interim head coach.
Mark Daigneault. What the fuck?
Somebody who got fired?
Mark Daigneault.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a guess?
Is it my go?
First one to say it. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Huh?
Sacramento.
That is incorrect.
Mark Daigneault.
Bro, how many times you gonna say his name?
He coached for
Did that ring a bell?
Motherfucking I really don't know.
It's the bonus question for 3 points.
I heard y'all. I just couldn't respond.
Okay. Shit, I don't know.
Just throw out a team.
The Pelicans.
Just pick a random team.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say.
All right,
so that means.
Go ahead, Mr. Announcer lady.
We have our winner, Tim.
One more.
Congrats for
Winner take all. One more winner take all.
Who he play for?
Tomato. Boo. Boo.
You doing a victory dance?
Boo. Boo.
I'm gonna give you a bonus one, Cam, just for fun. Who does Elfrid Payton play for?
That's the nigga with the hair, right?
Yeah.
He used to have it.
Well, shit, I don't know. I remember last time I remember him, he was on Orlando, right?
Oh, that was plenty teams ago.
That's what I'm saying. That's the last. I don't know where he at. I can tell
last time I checked, he was on the Knicks. So
he's a son.
Oh damn!
He sure is. You right. Because he actually doing kind of well over there.
I don't know about that, but
not like super well, but you know,
well enough.
About all that.
Good enough. Good enough.
Shit.
So,
hey, I continue to take L's in this game. We need to figure something out. We need to revamp this shit because I ain't gonna keep.
Who's we?
Hey,
man, Eric be trying, man. He be sitting here 3-point questions and.
Hey, I was not prepared, man. I know Tim wasn't either, but still.
How you know?
Nigga, your ass wasn't prepared. Nigga, you had
I won.
You had a face
I was more prepared
of shock and awe.
Don't worry about
when
what
they start saying
I was prepared enough to beat your ass. That's what
happened. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna take this L.
Let's revisit some preseason hot takes. I'm gonna go back through all of our hot takes, and I want y'all to let me know how you feel about your prediction. And let's make some new ones if you got them on your spirit. So, my hot take was that the Pelicans will self-destruct and the Timberwolves will finish with a better record. That's not that hot of a take anymore.
Nope.
No.
Has not been a good season in New Orleans. I didn't think it would be. I said that it sounded shady with Zion's foot from the beginning, but even then, I didn't think that he'd be still out and possibly miss the rest of the season. So that's a bit of a surprise, but yeah, it's what I thought would happen. It happened. Hasn't gone well. Traded for CJ McCollum. Zion ain't been calling for 2 weeks. I don't know what to tell you about what's going on in New Orleans. It's
and I don't know if y'all saw this, but they sent out like a season ticket renewal email last week, and they were like, "Come watch the Pelicans, so you can watch Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum and Jonas Valanciunas," and that's it. So no, they did not mention come watch Zion. So like they aren't even marketing him.
So that's a segue here into what Eric's preseason hot take was, and that was that the Pelicans need to explore trading Zion Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
Also, doesn't seem like it's still hot, but other people are coming around. I feel like this may just be time to cut bait. The only thing is now it's like I don't know what they would trade for him.
I mean, because when he's on the court, dude is he's still a freaking monster. Like, you forget how explosive he was if he still got that. How explosive he was, like his agility. Like, dude was just an issue.
I honestly forgot how he played.
He started shooting. He's like started knocking down threes. Like, he's throwing chase down blocks. Like,
fat Giannis.
Bro, DeJuan Blair with athleticism.
Yeah.
Like, gobble up all the boards, about 6'6", 230 pounds. No, 280. What was it, 320? I'm trying to be he was a big boy, but still, like, he was jumping above the rim, like hitting his head on the backboard, bro. Like,
so like that's the thing. So like the last time I remember feeling like this was with Embiid, where his first 3 years, like, he barely played. And even when he did play, like, he would get shut down or he couldn't play like back to backs. Like, it was just real touch and go with his health. And it's like, obviously, like, the talent is there and you're basically making a bet on health. But like, there's an entire additional layer on there, which is basically, since he got drafted, like, Zion didn't want to be in New Orleans. So it's like, I understand why Philly kept the faith, and they're like, I mean, we ain't trying to win right now anyway, so what does it matter? Like, let him get healthy. But like with Zion, like, it's so much there, and it's like, maybe it's just like, get rid of the headache, like, get yourself a sure bet. Like, if you can identify like maybe a second tier young player that you think could be like a superstar. Like, I was thinking, like, before, obviously, like, they made the Harden trade, but like Simmons and Maxey, like, would that be like a good bet? Like, then you get like a known commodity in Simmons, and you get like the lottery ticket on Maxey. Like, maybe you can turn one maybe superstar into 2 all-stars. But like, obviously that's out the window now. But like, I'm just like, I don't know what will be a fair return, because like, otherwise it's like, well, shit, we might as well just roll the dice if it's like,
touch and go with him.
30-year-old Demonis Sabonis. Like, that might not be enough. But
like you said, it's really hard to gauge. Like, you don't want to feel like you're giving up too much or too little, and another team don't want to feel like you're getting like
he
the
can't
gas
stay on the court.
A lemon.
Right. So,
and unless it's like the Knicks or maybe the Lakers, like, would he even want to stay here if we do trade for him?
What about an AD for? No, never mind.
He ain't going back to.
That's why I said never mind. Yeah. Never mind.
Davis retired. He's like, I'm good. I'm good. Don't even worry about it.
However, how about LeBron for Zion?
Sending him to New Orleans.
I'll say LeBron ain't going to New Orleans either.
Hey, he's under contract next year. He don't got a choice.
They ain't LeBron vetoing that. He got too much power. But speaking of LeBron, Ken, your preseason prediction was that Bron was going to be MVP. That was your hot take. The oldest MVP.
It was his hot take, but then he in his prediction
had a different MVP.
You know you got a new favorite team. Go ahead and say it.
That's a new hot take.
Who my new favorite team?
The Bucks. You a Bucks fan?
Yeah, Bucks #1 in his book. Look at him. He didn't immediately say no.
He just thought about it.
He had to.
I just had an epiphany. Like, oh, well, maybe.
We may grab them. We may have got them.
They are the #1 team, though. I mean,
oh, here he go.
I ain't mad. Welcome.
I welcome open arms to the Bucks bandwagon.
That is funny. He'll be back too. Look,
Tim. Hey.
It's the home team, man.
Look at him.
It's the home team. You never go wrong with the home team.
Oh, bro, look at. All right.
Hey, Tim, your preseason hot take was that the Cavaliers would finish with a better record than the Bulls.
It's still in play.
It is still in play. What is it like?
I don't know. You missed Roboto for me.
Me too.
Hello, Amagato, Mr. Roboto. No, the Bulls are 3.5 games ahead of the Cavaliers as of this recording.
Okay.
So yeah, they're still within arm's reach.
And they're going to be without Garland for a week.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening.
And Rondo for 2 weeks. If that.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh no, that really ain't happening. Season over in 6. Or is it 5 now?
I think it's 6.
So, I mean,
It's
they got it's in play.
It's in play, but then that would be like in essence.
The Bulls have a tough schedule to finish out the season too. So there is also that.
I think I looked at the thing that Cleveland didn't really have that. It wasn't that bad. Cleveland was
Chicago, it has the second hardest strength of schedule left, and Cleveland has 16.
That's because they only see us and the Bulls. Well,
it's some.
Yeah, they got a couple games.
The NBA is good, ladies and gentlemen. The NBA is good.
Holy crap, bro!
Now, I do want to know though. Does anyone have any new hot takes to end the season?
The Memphis Grizzlies will make the Western Conference Finals. I don't know if that's that hot, but.
Okay.
I don't have any.
I don't think I have any either.
Tim thinking it through.
Yeah, I thought about something with Ben Simmons, but I was like,
See, I thought about something with Harden. Like, I'm not willing to go on this limb because I think it would be career suicide if he did do it. But Harden didn't opt into his contract like he said he was going to when he got traded.
Mm-hmm.
Saying he missed the deadline.
So that's wishful thinking just because, you guys know how I love chaos. Like, if he opts out this summer because things go so poorly and then just leaves Philly, that'd just be
all right.
It's gonna happen, but I just want to put it out there.
That'll be horrible.
I feel you on it. That would be quite entertaining.
I'm good.
Let's make some new predictions.
Sorry,
go ahead.
This may impact like how your playoff things go, but ESPN just tweeted out that Ty Lue says that Paul George's MRI reveals that he is feeling better and making progress. He'll still need more time, but he is feeling better, so that's important. So
I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't, but
who cares?
We may see PG before the season ends, and apparently, like the outlook since the beginning of the season has been that Kawhi has a chance of playing. So,
Okay.
Keep that in mind as we get ready to make some updated end of season predictions. So, gentlemen, I hope you have your previous predictions on hand for the end of season award winners.
Oh. Okay.
Did you say ow?
Yeah, man. I think I got like elbow tinnitus or something like that.
Man, come on, dude.
Having my elbow on the desk and stuff like that.
You got tendonitis, huh?
Maybe tendonitis.
This
Elbow-itis. Something wrong with the elbow. Itis in there.
All right, let's start here. Let's make some. So what I want us to do is say who you had originally to begin the season, and then who you got now. It could be the same player, it might be different, but let's have a conversation. So, rookie of the year, who you got?
I had Jalen Green.
I had Jalen Green as well.
I do not any longer.
Same here.
If it was giving out the award today, I would say Evan Mobley. He's kind of been trending down recently. So I'm going to go with my boy, Scotty Barnes.
Okay.
Scotty.
If Toronto keeps the push that they're on right now, and Scotty keeps playing like he has been, like that's a real possibility. I'm going to keep, well, I shouldn't say keep. I'm not keeping Jalen Green, but I'm going with Evan Mobley. I just think that he's already built up quite a lead. Like I know he's been, a little bit down recently, but he started the season off so well. I think he's hitting that rookie wall. Just the amount of games that he's playing right now, catching up to him. But I think he'll get the second win. He's a young guy. Push through that, finish the season out strong. Because I mean, also availability. Like he's gonna be without Garland. He's gonna have more opportunity for him to do his thing. So I'm going with Mobley.
I agree with Camille.
Yeah, and I'm going with Mobley too. I had Jalen Green. That's what I chose at the beginning.
Can't remember who I had.
I don't know. I got you covered. All right. Defensive player of the year.
I had Rudy Gobert.
Ditto.
I did as well.
Pivot. Giannis.
Before you go, I just want to say I had Draymond. And had he not got injured, I would still feel very good about that. But I have also pivoted to Giannis.
Okay.
I have Rudy Gobert. And it is a monumental change in wins that I too.
At this very moment.
To be fair, the man is everywhere. Like, seriously, he changes the entire complexity of that half of the court. You can say that about Gobert to an extent, but he ain't out there on the wing, too. Like, if he do, he out there on mixtapes. The Sports Center top 10s and shit. Like, usually, like, at least he's able to change the direction of a shot or, you know, spook somebody out there. Like, when they see Gobert out there one-on-one, they're like, oh, yeah, bro, highlight time. Like,
dribble.
Right. And they going to dribble him in circles and then they go run past him. Like, he has the mobility. He has the chase down ability, too. But it's more often than not that if you catch him with a good guard, they eating him up. They'll eat him up. So,
in defense of Gobert, like that's been the case the last couple of years, and he's still been because
as a player of the year.
So much.
This is true.
Ken, who was your? Oh yeah. Ken, who was your original?
I chose Gobert, and I was real heavy on Draymond, but then he did get hurt. But I for some reason, I still feel like that he could still get Defensive Player of the Year.
Draymond.
So I'm still gonna stick with Draymond.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, it depends on when he comes back because he was playing some outstanding defense, and we've seen them also without him. So that might also impact some votes when he does get back if they start clicking again, because people will be like, "Well, you saw what was happening, his impact when he was out." So there is definitely that argument.
Just to throw out another name, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Heck yeah.
Big monster.
But yeah, I just wanted to say with Giannis, we already knew he was the best help defender in the league. We've talked about it many a times. He is out here free safetying it up. With Brook out, he has had to be Mr. Rim Protector, and he's had to stretch himself defensively in ways that he hasn't had to at this volume. Like, he's done it in stretches, but he has been doing it consistently with Bobby Portis out there next to him. No disrespect to Bobby Portis, because Bobby Portis has been trying. He's been giving the effort. I appreciate it. But it's Bobby Portis. It's not Brook Lopez. So what Giannis has had to do is amazing. And to Tim's point, you can put him out there on the perimeter, and it's not like he's about to get ate up. He is going to be able to stay in front pretty well. If you hit the shot over him, then, hey, just good shot.
Good ass shot.
Good shot. Just good shot and keep it moving. But, like, yeah, I got Giannis. All right. Next up, most improved player of the year.
Preseason, I had OG Anunoby.
OG.
I do.
Apparently, Fred VanVleet came through and took what I thought was going to happen for OG. But as far as the award goes, Darius Garland.
Yeah.
Well, I got a different one.
You got LaMelo or Ja?
No.
Who did
Tyler
you
Hero.
got? I got Ja too.
Tyler Hero.
Tyler's number 2.
I think that's fair. I got me and Tim. So we both got Ja. So we got Ja, Hero, and you said Garland. And I think those are all strong contenders there. I went with Ja because, my God, like, Ja was a good player. We knew he was a good player, but he has just really picked it up. Efficiency's up, rebounding is up, points per game is up, turnovers are down. Like, he has just been playing well. I think he went from, I should just look it up. I think he went from like a 17-point a game score to like a 26-point game score. So, like, the boy has been bad.
And John's been like, one of the testament to his turnovers being down is that he's got great decision making, bro. Even when it looked like at the last minute y'all got him, bro, he did a last minute dish, last minute lob, dog. Like, you're like, where the hell that pass come from? Like,
I'm sorry, his rookie year he averaged 17.8. Last season he averaged 19.1, and this year he's averaging 26.7 points a game.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
At least the last time I saw the stat, he was leading the league in points in the paint.
Wow.
Ja.
And he make the layup look so easy. Like, he just be running past patch. Let me just go ahead.
Because he float in the air.
Like,
he stays suspended and
and he'll take off from the free throw line and just go ahead and hold that thing on. And it make it look so easy. And he got like 3 cats on his back. Oh, so you ain't worried about nobody chase down block? Nah, not really.
Nope.
Let me just go ahead and get that up there.
No fear. No fear.
Obviously, like, Ja has improved. Like, I just feel like it was more expected than Garland's. Like, Garland kind of went from solid, nice little young prospect to all-star, leading his team to home court advantage in the East, versus Ja, who was like, we know he's gonna be a superstar. It's just like the natural progression. So I thought that's the only difference for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Because Garland's my number 2. Like, both third-year players, like, they took a leap. In their third years, it's crazy to see, especially with Garland, because his first season, I was like, "Oof, this kid had a rough rookie year," but he definitely kicked it back. Okay, 6th man of the year, I had Jordan Clarkson, but I'm actually going with the man that Ken got for most improved. I'm going with Tyler Hero for 6th man of the year.
I'm there with
That's
you.
mine too.
Ooh, 2 awards for Tyler. Okay.
6th man of the year, no doubt about it. For sure.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of another 6th man to even put in
there. He averaging 20 a game.
He giving them 20.
And
20
he
off
like
the
40% from 3, like 45% from 3. Like, bro,
cooking.
like you cooking. Like, you doing real nice, my guy. Now that
let's just say I was way off the mark in my preseason pick, which was Goran Dragic, because he played like 5 games for Toronto.
I mean, we didn't see that coming though. I didn't see that.
I mean, given the depth issues for the Raptors, like, if he had played, like, I'm sure he would have been in the running, because like they don't play nobody. But as Tim would say, c'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
I know, this is a different show, but can we add a blow the whistle, because I just had something come across my timeline that I would like to address.
Heck yeah, we can do that before we get to the finals predictions. All right. Coach of the year. Who y'all got? I think we all had Billy Donovan, didn't we?
I had Monty Williams.
Oh yeah, you had Monty.
Okay.
The 3 of us had Billy. I'm going with Tim now. I got Monty. I think Tim was right with that.
Right, them boys, they're nice.
Best team in the league right now, record wise.
For those who don't know, the Suns head coach.
Yes. Good clarification point.
So, like, if I had a vote, my vote would be for Monty, who I think will win Taylor Jenkins from Memphis.
That's what I got.
That's another
good.
That's fair.
I can see that. What I got. You have an argument there, sir.
Honestly, I can see Billy Donovan still getting it too. Like,
yeah.
And Cleveland coach.
JB
Bickerstaff.
Yeah.
Bickerstaff. Yeah.
Oh damn! I should.
They did a good job in Cleveland.
You know, I was rolling earlier when I seen that. I seen a tweet, I think, when they said that one of the reasons of the rift in New Orleans is because, speaking of Cleveland, David Griffin and Zion Williams. That's one of the reasons why it's like a rift there, because he's part of it. I was like, well, what do you know? I was like, who is this? Who's the rearing his ugly head again? Fair enough.
I'm looking at Eric's face.
I don't think I follow, but
I got this somehow. You know, I got.
We'll push it. We'll keep it pushing. Tim has explained his train of thought before. If y'all have not heard that, the cliff notes of it is that the way Tim's mind jumps is not the way most people's mind jumps. So he'll start at his endpoint without explaining how he got there sometimes. So we just accept that at this point. And
bless
we're
your
gonna
heart.
move on. Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
MVP. Who you got?
Embiid.
Who was your preseason pick?
My preseason was Steph Curry.
That's right. And LeBron. And now, and you said now you got who again?
Embiid.
Tim, who you got?
I had Giannis. I'm keeping Giannis.
Eric?
Ditto.
They ain't giving Giannis the MVP no more.
Now, my heart wants to say Giannis. I really want Giannis to get another MVP. But I think it's going to be Jokic because I think he's going to go back to back because we knew when it's coming into the season, he wasn't going to have Jamal Murray. We all knew, okay, we'll see what happens there. But then he lost Michael Porter Jr. like right away. And he is still carrying this team. Like
his numbers are nuts.
They're ridiculous.
They are.
He's averaging like 26, 13, and 7. No player has averaged that before in the season. And even you look at like the advanced metrics, I think it's like they're like plus 10 when he's on the court and like negative minus 10 when he's off the court. Like the swing is ridiculous. Like what Jokic is doing in Denver is it's been amazing. Yeah, he's my MVP vote. I'm sorry, Giannis. there is a situation. I could see a situation happening where because of how difficult the rest of the Bucks schedule is and how the Bucks could use this time as like a turn-up period, Giannis has already been playing at an MVP level. I could see him turning it up even more and taking that award at the end of the year. But I'm going to stick with mine. That's what my heart wants to happen, but I'm going to stick with my Jokic prediction.
So like I would like if it was today, like Jokic would have my MVP vote. I am projecting a little bit further, like
of course
going into the future, like the rest of the season, obviously. Just to give, so we have the actual numbers. He's 26 points a game, 13.8 rebounds, 7.9 assists on 57, 37, 80 shooting splits.
Jesus Christ.
A 32.6 PER. That's Jokic.
So, yeah, I was close.
Yeah. But like with like Embiid, I feel like the integration with Harden, even if it goes well, like it's gonna affect his numbers. Like I think narrative wise, like again, if it was today, like he will win just because one, he hasn't won it yet, and two, because he had to deal with the Simmons thing, and for whatever reason, like people just don't give Jokic the. I don't want to say they really don't give him the respect he deserves, but I just feel like people kind of don't want to, like they kind of, I don't know, they don't give him the respect that he deserves. Like I'm just gonna put it out there, and I think that if the Bucks make a push, like it's predicated on the Bucks getting the number one in the East, essentially. If they're number one in the East, Giannis is putting up Giannis numbers. That obviously means that they would have had to get through this rough stretch playing good basketball. He could lead the league in scoring and win Defensive Player of the Year, and then it's like, how is he not the MVP? So,
I also think Giannis is at a point in his career. It's going to sound crazy. Like when we were doing this and thinking about it, I was like, I don't have him for MVP, but I have him for Defensive Player of the Year. I think Giannis is going to be a guy where even if he doesn't get MVP, he's going to get some other milestone every season. It might not be Defensive Player of the Year. He might get a scoring, leading scoring. He might, I don't know what he might do, leading rebounding, whatever it is. But like, I think Giannis is on that projection where it's like every season he's going to add hardware to his already extensive resume.
It's cool if it's just a ring, though. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything. Another Finals MVP, another ring, whatever. Okay. Let's do this. We got playoff predictions. Then we're going to do a blow the whistle. Then we're going to do our finals predictions and all that. And we're going to get up out of here. So first up, we're going to head to the East playoff predictions. We're going to run this the same way we did just now with the end of season awards. Let's talk about what you had and then now what you have in regards to your playoff predictions. We want to go in tech order. What y'all want to do?
If Tim ready.
You ready, Tim?
Sure.
We can go reverse if you ain't ready.
No, sure. Go ahead. We can go. I got so I had the Bucks at the 1 seed, Nets at the 2 seed, Sixers at 3, Knicks at 4, Hawks at 5, Heat at 6, Celtics at 7, and the Bulls at 8. Right. That's drastically changed, of course, because the Knicks were in here. I was just contemplating if my seating was correct, but I'm gonna go with the Bucks at 1. See, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks at 1.
You keeping them there?
Bulls at 2, Nets at Heat at 3, Nets at 4, Sixers at 5, Celtics at 6, Cavs at 7, Toronto at 8, then Hawks and Hornets be 9 and 10.
Okay.
We have the same playing teams.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Well,
Wait, no.
9 and
Like
10.
9 and 10 are the same.
9 and 10 are the same.
Yeah.
All right, Eric.
Sorry, I closed my window. So what I had was Milwaukee, Brooklyn.
Oh, wait, your audio going in and out, fam.
How about now?
Good.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Yep.
You good?
So what I had was Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Philly, Chicago, Boston, Miami, Toronto. Then 9 and 10 was Indiana and New York. Them two, get the fuck out of here. But my new order is I also have Milwaukee at 1 still, Miami 2, Philly 3, Chicago 4, Boston 5, Brooklyn 6, Cleveland 7, Toronto 8, Atlanta, Charlotte 9, 10.
Okay.
I didn't feel good about it, but like I feel like Cleveland's gonna fade.
Yeah, I mean that's not unfair. So my preseason prediction, I had Bucks, Nets, Heat, Hawks, Bulls, Celtics, 76ers, Knicks. The Knicks gotta go right now.
That's just so tragic, bro. They just like implode.
Yeah. You know, I don't think I even realized how important Derrick Rose was to that team. He covered up a lot of their errors and just made them look more like a coherent team. So without him, they just really sank because Kemba did not work out, and Evan Fournier, like it didn't work out. So my new East prediction. I think
the biggest issue was Randall.
Yeah, and also definitely. You're right. I don't know how I forgot to mention that. My new playoff C or not C predictions. My new end of. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Number 1, I got the Heat. 2, I have the 76ers. I got the Bucks in the 3 spot. I got Bulls in 4, Raptors 5, Celtics 6, Nets 7, Cavs 8, and then Hawks and Hornets in that 9 and 10 spot. Okay. Ken.
Okay. Who I had before was the Nets. Bucks, Bulls, 76ers, Heat, Celtics, Hawks, and the Hornets. Who I have now. And number 1, I have Miami. Number 2, 76ers. Number 3, the Bucks. Number 4, Chicago. Number 5, Cleveland. 6, Boston. 7, Toronto. 8, Brooklyn. And then I have rounding off the Hornets and Atlanta.
So we all kind of put the Hawks and the Hornets in that same, like we think they 9 and 10 for sure, and the 8 is going to be some type of jumble of those 8 teams. Okay.
But the crazy thing is, like, you know, we all have the Hawks in 9 or 10, but like I could easily see them making the playoffs. Like, if I was any of those teams above them, like I'll be scared to play the Hawks.
Yeah, they're not going to be an easy out at all. Let's head to the West side. Let's go reverse tech order for the West.
Okay.
So Ken, what did you have and what you got now?
So I had the Lakers, Suns, Nuggets, Jazz, Warriors, Clippers, Blazers, and the Grizzlies. So what I have now is Phoenix. I have Phoenix, Memphis, Golden State, Dallas, Utah, the Nuggets, Minnesota, the Clippers, and then rounding off the Lakers and Portland.
Okay. We was close. I thought we was gonna have the same list. We got the 5. And oh no, it's off now. What I had the Suns at 1. Look, I feel smart. We feel good about that. We saw that coming. I had the Jazz at 2, Lakers at 3. I had the Warriors at 4. I had the Nuggets at 5. They're actually 6 right now in real time, so that's not bad. I had the Mavs at 6. It's not bad. Had the Blazers at 7 and the Grizzlies at 8. Didn't see Dame getting hurt. Didn't see CJ getting traded. So, hey. Now my prediction in the West is that the season will finish up with the Suns in that 1 seed, the Grizzlies in the 2 seed, the Warriors in the 3 seed, the Jazz in the 4 seed, the Nuggets in the 5 seed, Dallas Mavericks in the 6 seed, the Timberwolves in the 7 seed, and the Clippers in the 8 seed. If Paul George and Kawhi do come, like Paul George comes back soon, then I can see the Clippers finishing 7 and the Warriors finishing 8. I mean, the Clippers in 7, the Wolves in 8. And then my play-in teams, 9, I got the Blazers, and then 10, I have the Lakers. And I did not expect these young Blazers to be this spry and chippy, but Anthony, like,
he be balling.
Hoping. He has found his stride, and they now have players. I know they're not like stars on that team, but the makeup of those players, the way that they play, are the kind of players that Chauncey Billups wants. So like it's working out in small bursts. I think they're going to be a fun little like play-in team. I don't think they're going to win, but I think they're going to be fun to watch.
They'll keep them up. At least they'll turn into some great role players alongside Dame, depending on where they fall in the draft.
I think that the Blazers are going to do everything that they can to lose games. So like, the young boys are playing their ass off, but like they already shut down. Like they haven't played Bledsoe since he got there. They just shut down Nurkic. Like
they should let him free.
Not trying to win. Go. So like, man,
let Bled come home, Portland.
Please. Oh, Camille, we have the same exact top 8, by the way. But I started the season with Utah at 1. See, I was a victim because we recorded that on the day of like the contract extension deadline. So like that was when the Suns had declined to extend Ayton, and I thought that would be like the chemistry thing. Lo and behold, it was Utah. Anyway, so I flip-flopped it because originally I had Phoenix 1, Utah 2. But on the show, I said Utah 1, Phoenix 2, Lakers 3, Denver 4, Clippers 5, Portland, Golden State, Dallas, Memphis, Minnesota. What I have now, and this will sound real familiar, but Phoenix 1, Memphis 2, Golden State 3, Utah 4, Denver 5, Dallas 6, Minnesota 7, Clippers 8, Lakers 9, and Pelicans at 10.
Some Pelicans love. I like that.
No, Portland. Yeah. Pelicans.
New Orleans. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. All right, Eric, you said that something came across your ticker.
Don't Tim gotta go?
And
I do.
Oh yeah, my fault. Go ahead, Tim.
Make it snappy, Cappy. I had the Jazz at 1, Suns at 2, Lakers at 3, Nuggets at 4, Mavs at 5, Blazers at 6, Warriors at 7, Grizzlies at 8. A little flip-floppery. So we're gonna do Suns at 1, Warriors at 2, Jazz at 3, Grizz at 4, Nuggets at 5, Mavs at 6, Clippers at 7, Lakers at 8, Timberwolves at 9, and the Trailblazers at 10.
Okay, Lakers at 8. Okay.
I think y'all have enough to make sure that y'all in the 8th spot, but y'all not missing the play-in game. Y'all gonna have to fight for it.
Hey, I'm cool with that.
All right. Now for real this time, Eric, go ahead and blow the whistle, sir.
So I didn't get a chance to listen, but I just saw the caption on the tweet. Charles Oakley says Giannis Antetokounmpo would come off the bench in his era.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Let me repeat that.
Said that?
Charles Oakley says that Giannis Antetokounmpo would come off the bench in his era.
That don't even make sense.
It goes back to what we said last week. Who's guarding him from the top to the bottom?
That don't even make sense, bro.
If
Wow.
he's playing the 4 or the 5, because he is 6'11", almost 7 feet. If he ain't 7 feet,
He just got a book cut that just came out. He just trying to get people to listen to it, to read his book and buy his shit, bro. He talking out his ass. Like, that's all he doing. Because that don't even make sense, bro.
there's
Y'all know I don't even be caping for Giannis like that.
How would he come off? Why would you say something like that?
Yeah, bro.
Because
He
everybody
just
thinks life was harder when they were doing whatever. So
Giannis is a psychopath, fam.
Here's my thing about great players. They always figure it out. You can drop any great player in any era. They're going to figure it out.
They'll adapt.
Like they may not be quite as good as they were because like they have inherent physical advantages, but they're not great because of those physical advantages. They're great because they have minds that are good at problem solving.
I wonder how many whistles he would get in the 90s though. I feel like he might get more because they'll probably hit him.
Think about the trade-off though. Like even if they swallow their whistles a little bit more, that just allows him to defend that much harder. That allows him to then run over people more than he's allowed to now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
it's not like
running somebody 30 yards through the stadium. They slid into the crowd, into the back tunnel. Like, damn. That's what it used to be like in the 90s playing Giannis. Oh, man, it's hit you so hard, man.
They say now when you play Giannis, like they say your chest be all messed up afterwards because he's mastered not extending his elbow too far enough where it's an offensive foul, but far enough to get you up off of him.
It's still like he punching you on the chest.
Over and over, and he's strong. Strong.
And like, I saw a clip
out you every possession, dog. Ain't nobody time for that shit.
And like in the same vein, like I saw a clip of Rasheed Wallace on, I think it was Gilly the Kid's podcast, and Gilly was asking him, like, stars of today, would they be in your era? Would they be soft or would they be a beast? And like he named off like Steph, LeBron, KD, and like he ain't want to give LeBron his respect, but he's like, oh, LeBron was big, so he wouldn't have been soft, but
they be jacking.
Whatever. And then like he got to KD and they like, dude, he's 7 foot, like with that thing. Like
with that thing.
He is 7 foot T-Mac. Like, how is he not gonna get his shit off in your area? Like, that's just dumb. And actually T-Mac with more range. Like
higher efficiency.
It ain't like T-Mac with some physical specimen. Like
it's like you said already, Eric. Great, you drop them in any era, they will adapt and they will be just as great. Like people talking about like Jordan couldn't play in this era. Like come on, fam. Are you serious? Are you serious? I mean, Jordan didn't shoot threes because they didn't shoot threes then like that. Like it's adaptation. Like you don't think that Jordan will understand like, oh, if I like this is part of how the game is played, I need to master this too. He probably would be out here doing all kinds like moving shot threes.
Like, nobody lifted weights. Jordan figured out that's a competitive advantage. He lifted weights and then he was stronger than everybody that was guarding him. So you don't think that he would look at it like, oh, I can't shoot threes. I'll just give up. Like, I'm gonna just keep my game. Like, no, he goes start shooting threes because that would give him an advantage. Like, it's just
he'll see Cat win the 3-point contest this year, being the next year. On the sideline, no way.
Definitely blow the whistle on Charles Oakley for that. That's trash. That's trash. All right, y'all. Let's wrap this up with the most important question of them all. What's going to be the NBA Finals matchup? Who's winning it all? If you would tell the people what you thought it would be to start the season.
Gross.
And I want to point out the fact that I didn't feel good about my prediction, and I did it for the pod, and it let me down. I should trust in my gut. Y'all let me down, Ken.
What?
Y'all.
Me too.
Yes. I did it for the pod. I did it for the pod. And now I'm like an idiot. So the Lakers were going to be in the finals. Well, they ain't.
Guess how I feel. Yeah.
Shit, not only are they letting me down personally, but they're letting the pod down. You know how much content we would get out of a Bucks and Lakers final?
You know how lit that would be?
Shit, we have to make that TGN trip.
Oh, we definitely be in Cali.
Oh yeah. Immediately.
Easy Cali. But no, y'all wanted to stink up the joint and have y'all worst case scenario play out. Way to go.
I know. Jesus Christ.
No, but seriously though. Which order y'all want to go in? Y'all want to go back tech order?
That's fine.
All right, go ahead.
I got the finals rematch, running it back same way. Bucks and 6 over Phoenix.
I like it. You had Lakers Bucks originally too, right?
Yeah, in 6.
Chill, bro.
That's literally the same thing that I had, and that's literally the same thing that I have now. So
I just want to say I can see the argument for a few different teams coming out of the East. I don't feel like any team in the East is like without weakness. Like I had a little Twitter convo with a friend I had a combo on Twitter with a friend of mine, and he was saying he didn't think the Nets had any holes in it. Like they strong, no weaknesses. And I said, I don't know about that. That backcourt's a little small. They can't defend all that well. Ben can't defend everybody. And he's talking about how they got Drummond now, and I said that's just a target to get dunked on. So, and I think he did get dunked on.
Yeah, he got dunked on by Titan.
He didn't even look back, bro. He already knew he got dunked on.
I think he got dunked on by Horford too. Like the point is, though, I'm actually going to say it's going to be a repeat, and I think people are going to be upset to see Milwaukee and Phoenix here again. But
suck it, Molly Kern. How you say her last name?
Kieran.
Ex Mrs. Rose.
So I'm going Milwaukee, Phoenix as well. I'm going part 2.
Wow.
Bucks in 5. Ken?
I had Lakers Bucks, of course. We all know that. But yeah, I guess we're all on the same boat. Like I think we're going to run it back. So I got Bucks and the Suns. But different from y'all, I have Suns and 7.
Something like a
Chris
hater.
Paul got to get one.
No, I feel you. I don't think that's unrealistic.
Not on us though.
Hey,
you with us now, bro. It's all of
us. He got to get one, man. He got to get one, bro.
Like, that's my
if
guy.
Anybody deserve it, Chris Paul do, man.
Hey, I said it last year. Anybody but us, bro. I don't care if anybody but us.
Honestly, it's the homer in me that's saying Bucks over him because, like, I think that Phoenix is on a mission this year. Like the way they
want us to
decimated
make
the league.
back.
Like they are, yeah. So like I don't think that's outlandish at all. Like I could easily see.
They're definitely over there. Like, hey, no, make sure you get back. We'll see y'all there. You make sure you get back. We got something for that.
Oh yeah.
The little bro.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, this is definitely a fan pick, and also we just also love another Bucks finals run. I will say this too: if the Bucks don't make the finals, I'm not disappointed. I do want to say that now because of what Eric's wearing right now. We got a ring, and I'm not saying I'm satisfied with only having one. I don't want us to be Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre if we can have a chance about that. But like I'm appreciative because it's hard to win a championship, and we got one. So I'm thankful. I hope we get some more, but like I'm having fun on the journey because I know I'm watching a generational talent. So like it's just fun watching what he does. So I'm hoping for another Bucks finals. So
We need another finals run. Just watching that run and the anxiety, and then the blood curdle, and then the disappointment, and then the yay, and then the no, and then the what the fudge, and get them out of here. And just I need all of that back, and the worrisome, and the pulling the hair out, and then the oh yeah, we got the niggas. I need all of it back. I need to go through all of that
playoff.
The whole thing all over again. Feel like it's doom and gloom, bro. They got us. We down 2-0. Like, bro, yeah. We down 3-1, bro. Like, what's going on? The doom and gloom. I need it all. But every game, no, we got them, bro. No, we know we winning this last one, bro.
See, I haven't watched a playoff run game probably like a month or two. You just inspired my my evening viewing. I got to go back and watch.
Remember the run. Remember the run. Yeah, man.
Literally, like NBA, please, can you release like a DVD? I don't even know if DVD still exists, but can you please release like something so I can just sit and watch them games whenever I want to?
I was hoping the Bucks was gonna put something out themselves, like, because you know how they do all the all accesses and all that stuff. Like, just put everything, like all the behind the scenes stuff of the championship season out as like a documentary or something. Like, you can take all my money right now for it. Just honestly,
like,
just
I will
take
pay a dumb amount of money to have it. Well, I mean, it's still on YouTube, so I just watch it when I want to. But just
put it on. Listen, Bucks, like, y'all can listen. I'm trying to get y'all some money in y'all pockets.
Shiny package. Make sure it's one of the
man, make it look good.
A collection, like a collection edition, because it's a championship thing.
Add some footage that y'all didn't put in the YouTube videos. Like,
but you talking about spending gobs of money? Go ahead, and put a signature on that motherfucker.
I'm saying, like, it don't even need the signature. Like, that's how much it's worth to be.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all, that is our NBA season check-in show. We hope y'all enjoyed it. This is our new thing here with this second show that we're putting on. You can expect to hear something new from TECK Foul every Thursday between 6 and 8 p.m. So enjoy it, man. You can only hear us. You can only hear this show on TGN, on the Good News Radio app. So download that. You need that in your back pocket. You can also catch us on the TGN Sports YouTube page or our own personal YouTube page. That is the only place that you are going to start getting this extra content every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time. So get the app, subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to TGN Sports, and let's get it cracking, because it's about to be some dope content coming. Like, y'all just heard this. It's more coming. Trust us. Make sure you subscribe. Tim, you want to hit them with our socials where they can find us as we sign off here? Before we give them our personal socials.
Sure. Technical Foul, TECKNICAL on the Instagram and the Twitter.
You forgot the file, buddy.
Oh yeah, FOUL. On the Twitter and the Instagram. www.technicalfoul.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
Damn right.
On our website, you also have a link to our. Is YouTube on there? I believe the YouTube is on there.
It is.
Go to our YouTube page as well. Technical Foul Podcast. So also has a spot for our Facebook Technical Foul Podcast. We also have the Technical Foul Pod Overtime group. We can join in with the listeners, the fans, and the fam.
You heard the man. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter, Instagram, and these PSN 2K streets at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE, because
your mom is fancy.
Thank you, good sir. You watching the YouTube? You see it right here, right here. That's it. That's it. Follow me there.
At your soon-to-be back-to-back world champion Milwaukee Bucks burner on Twitter.
That's all y'all get.
Oh man.
Oh man. Not again.
That's how they gonna be feeling. Not again.
But everyday _gentleman on Instagram, K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ask Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. A nice little inflection without you actually yelling and shit. You know, still got that give it to me. You know, but we'll holler at y'all later.
Bye, y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with us.